There is a war inside you, a battle between reason and chaos, between discipline and indulgence, between the self that endures and the self that surrenders. You will suffer. You will lose things you love. You will be betrayed, humiliated, and broken. But the question is not whether you will face hardship. The question is, will you break or will you become undefeatable? The answer lies in Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that forges men and women into unshakable forces. It is not about avoiding pain nor about suppressing emotion, but about mastering them. It is about bending suffering to your will and standing unyielding in the face of chaos. Chapter 1. The War Within Mastering the Self. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How many times have we been paralyzed by fears that never came to pass? How often have we let anger consume us over things beyond our control? Our emotions, untamed, are our greatest enemy. They pull us into despair, rage, and self-pity until we are nothing but puppets to the whims of fate. But the Stoic does not kneel to emotion. We command it. Marcus Aurelius, Rome's last great emperor, faced betrayal, war, and plague. And yet in his meditations, he reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He did not waste time cursing misfortune. He did not allow pain to dictate his actions. He met adversity with composure, turning every hardship into fuel for his discipline. We must do the same. When fear grips us, we do not cower. We observe it. We strip it of its power. When anger burns, we do not lash out. We turn it into a lesson in patience. We are not slaves to our emotions. We are their masters. Chapter 2. The world will test you suffer well. Epictetus was born a slave. He had no wealth, no power, no rights. His master broke his leg, leaving him crippled for life. But did he collapse into self-pity? No. He became one of the greatest philosophers in history. He taught that man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them. Pain is inevitable. Injustice is inevitable. Loss. But suffering? Suffering is a choice. Most people recoil from discomfort. They run from hardship, begging for an easier life. But we do not seek comfort. We seek strength. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. Seneca slept on the floor to remind himself that luxury was an illusion. Marcus Aurelius rose before dawn, battling exhaustion to fulfill his duty. They understood that comfort breeds weakness, while hardship breeds resilience. So when life throws fire at us, we do not complain. We step forward and let it forge us. When others panic, we remain composed. When others break, we endure. Because we do not wish for an easy life. We wish to be unbreakable. Chapter 3. Memento Mori. The Power of Death. There is one truth no man can escape. You will die. The world distracts us with illusions of permanence, titles, wealth, status, but in the end, all of it crumbles. All of it is dust. The Stoics meditated on death daily, not out of morbidity, but out of clarity. Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. When we embrace death, we stop fearing it. And when we stop fearing death, we start living fully. We do not delay courage for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. We do not waste time on trivialities, because time is slipping through our fingers. We do not waste our strength on petty emotions, because we have greater battles to fight. The clock is ticking. Will you let life pass you by in weakness, or will you rise and meet it head on? Chapter 4. The Stoics' Oath. Become undefeatable. There is no secret to strength, no hidden wisdom, no shortcut. Strength is built in silence, in suffering well, in refusing to let emotions rule us, in standing firm when the storm rages. So let them mock us. Let them call us cold, detached, heartless. We are none of these things. We feel deeply, but we are not ruled by feeling. We love, but we do not cling. We fight, but only for what truly matters. We are Stoics. We are warriors of the mind. We do not yield. And when the world asks, what will break you? We answer, nothing.